Andrew Partridge from Michell Wool joins us a day early because it's good. It's the Thursday before Easter, and there's no sales going on at that point in time. But Andrew, looks like we've still got the same problems, even though we're talking a day earlier. Those waves of wool just keep rolling in.
Yeah, we had a big week this week, Ricky. So we had back to 2-day sale. Obviously, we can't sell Thursdays when we don't have a work day on a Friday. So we just had the 2-day sale Tuesday, Wednesday. Market eased over the 2 days. If you look at the WA numbers, they had a market that finished on a real high the previous week, so their indicators dropped about 50 cents. And some of their indicators now are below the south, where they were higher than the south the last couple of weeks, for whatever reason, just the way the wool's appearing there and the way the shipping was happening. But look, it's interesting sort of times. If I pick on the 21 microns, which is the old bread and butter type, 1400 clean, somewhere thereabouts, you can forward sell that price out to the end of May. So it looks like the market's okay at sort of 1400 for 21s, and 90 micron indicators sort of sitting around the 1600 clean mark. And again, it's dropped sort of anywhere between 60 in WA and only 7 cents in Melbourne. But again, you can sort of forward sell that price. So there's a little bit of, the buyer and the seller sort of happy with these levels, but yeah, a bit more red.
Well, I guess if we zoom out to a longer range view than just 1 year ago, these prices, where do they sit in the sort of 5-year average, if you like?
Yeah, that's the best way to look at it. Obviously, we had some pretty good seasons, the season before. The indicator was averaging, I think it's same time last year, the indicator was 13.70. It's sitting at $13 now. And, it was well into the 1400s the season before. So if you're looking back 2 years, yes, the market's probably dropped a good dollar. We're looking at EMI in US terms at $10. Now it's sitting at $8.80. It's 160 cents lower than the same time last year. So we've got a currency obviously that's reasonable favour. In US terms, wool looks pretty good value, but we've just got that little bit. Dare you to say the P word? We've got that. We need to bring that juice out.
Oh, the prune juice. We need that. Yeah, there is a lot coming in week on week, but I guess we're also in a market situation where we're certainly not in the pandemic era. That really gave us a battering. I guess it's easy to remember. We did it a lot tougher a couple of years ago.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And there is, we've been talking a little about this. There's a bit of the chartists, they love this one, the old looking back in history and looking at the charts. There's a general commodity boom that happens at a regular 82-month cycle, would you believe? I don't know why it's 82, but it is. But every 82 months, give or take a year, there's a boom in commodities. And it's not only wool, it's all commodities. So that is coming due in the next year or two. So we're pinning our hopes on that one a bit, and there's a lot of talk around maybe the latter part of this calendar year actually improving. But we don't start shooting until we see the whites of the eyes, do we?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll keep an eye on that when the federal and state budgets come out. Maybe they'll be baking that into the figures in the federal budget. Now, look, Andrew, there's quite a high offering. We've talked about this wave after wave of wool coming in. We were trending above at least last year, but is this an unusually high amount of wool coming in at the moment?
It has been. Yeah, it's sort of breaking the trends now. So in this time of the year, pre sowing going on, there's usually a bit of a lull in proceedings, and now our forecasted sales are just starting to punch up above where they were last year. So I think that finally we're going to start seeing a bit of wool actually punching well above. Year to date, we're only 12,000 bales ahead, which really 12,000 bales is basically 1 day selling, so it's not actually a big number. But looking at actually crossbred supply, I saw a graph there earlier yesterday, another guy from this chartist fella, and the March quarter for crossbred wool is at all-time record for like the last decade. So there's been a huge amount of crossbred wool coming on the market. It's some sort of record in quantity for the last 10 years or so. So that certainly hasn't helped crossbred prices.
And how much are we looking at for the next week's sales when they actually happen?
Yeah, so sale 42. We just finished sale 40. We don't have any sale after Easter. We have a break for a week. Gives buyers another chance to take a few holidays. 42 will be a big one. Yeah, it'll be, I think, because we haven't got that week off. We had the week off, that will flow into week 42, and it'll be 3 days sales. It'll be all of 50,000 bales plus. And, in these times, it's going to test the market again.
Well, it'll also test us next week. If there's no sales, we'll have to look at the inner workings of the wool digestive system, I suspect, Andrew, and work out how we can get this congestion to pass.
We're getting good at it. We've talked about it enough.
Good on you, Andrew. Have a good Easter. We'll catch you next time.
Cheers, you too. Thanks.